Okay, so I want to start before we get onto the fight on the 15th. I want to start by talking a little bit about bare knuckle because I know that's kind of what you're kind of pursuing at the moment. Was the last fight, was that your first experience doing it?
I had obviously fights when I was a kid and younger and whatnot, but that was like the first official professional, debut, if you will.
How was it fighting on BKFC? Because it still seems crazy to me how far they've come in a few years, kind of bringing bare knuck bare knuckle into like arenas and putting on big cards and
Mm.
stuff.
Yeah, no, like it really, really, really a cool show. It was a fun show. Like they treat everybody pretty well. And yeah, like you said, literally, I remember being offered a fight, in a car park, in a field. No, it was in a field like called Field Rage, like 10 years ago or some shit. And that was what it was. It was like, oh, police might come and whatever else. And now they're in fucking Wembley Arena and in front of thousands of people, and they've got all these big name guys, MVP and Mike Perry and all that, and it's like it's a different level, But so yeah, it was super cool. It was super cool to be involved. Like I'm hoping. I've been asked on a few times, and it's not really worked out for either of us. But I kind of want to. I do enjoy it. I kind of want to get back into it. But obviously, as I said, Octagon made me an offer. I couldn't refuse. So yeah,
Field Rage is one hell of a name for an event.
bro, straight up. And it was in a street. It was in a field. There wasn't. They didn't mark off a ring or anything. It was just yeah. We'll go and scrap in a field and hope the police don't come arrest us. That shit don't. Well, I don't know. I think it's kind of still happening, that sort of stuff. But yeah.
Yeah, well, then that leads on to the post that you put up on social media a few days ago, the gentleman's agreement to just strike. I'm going to assume you haven't heard back.
Nah, bro, they didn't say nothing. Like it was crazy. Like someone made a comment like tagging him, and he responded to that in kind of broken English. Not that I'm making fun. His check's better than my check, but yeah, I'm not. I don't understand why. Like again, I kind of explained this to somebody else. I'm not gonna try and call him out and be cringy and whatever for some silly reason. But I feel like we haven't got that much attention. The fight is what it is. It's a big fight for Octagon and in general. And like he's not trying to market it. And what are we gonna do? Like I'm not gonna call him silly names or anything like that. But let's make it interesting. Let's give them the crowd something they want. And I felt like that was a good in between. Like what has he opened himself up to now? Now I'm gonna shoot and try and take him down or jump guard or whatever. Like he's a K1 guy, fought on glory. I thought this would be cool for him. But yeah, no, I didn't get no response. I'm like, bruh. And I understand how stupid it was too. Like I've signed up to an MMA fight. Call me an idiot, bro. like why would I do that? And but yeah, nothing.
Would you have been happier if he replied and said, "No, that's not what I signed up for," then
A
just didn't
hundred,
interact?
100%, 100%. Like, what are we doing here, bro? You know what I mean? Like, we're trying to get attention. We're trying to make it interesting, and fights just aren't enough anymore. Like there are a million fights everywhere all the time. Let's do something interesting. Let's bring it up. And his ignorance of it kind of makes me think, okay, well, how am I going to take that? I know he's not going to take me down. So what does that leave him with? He's going to try and kick me, or he's going to try and play the clinch a little bit. Like I don't know, maybe showing me his hand a little bit. But yeah, like again, I was respectful. I'm still going to be respectful. I'm not going to be corny, but like, give me something.
Yeah. Um, with the whole bare knuckle thing, and just through having a quick look through your record, obviously the call out of trying to get this guy to agree to just strike and stuff, you definitely take fights. I mean, we've literally already spoken about the fight in a field. You're definitely not
Mm.
afraid to see kind of how you can take martial arts and apply it in different ways. Is there like one thing that you've been offered that stands out as like the craziest thing you've been offered? Because I imagine you've got some stories of some stuff that people wouldn't believe that they even tried to pull off.
Um, I'm trying to think. Like, I was offered a fight, no rules fight, where it was on concrete. winner takes all. And even then the money was bad, and the money was really really bad. And I'm not gonna say what it was, but whatever. But yeah, and people are getting bitten and getting eye gouged and all this sort of stuff, and I'm like, ugh. So that was one thing. Um, even the first fight I ever had, when I was 15, it was weird. It was MMA, it was pro MMA, but you couldn't like throw hooks or something. Like it was really weird. It was in like the basement of a leisure center. This is back in like 2002, and it was like a weird amalgamation of all these. Like it was like a karate school, and they were like, okay, so you can take each other down, but you can't throw hooks at the head. You can throw straight punches, and all this like really weird shit. And like yeah, nothing like crazy. Like I fought in KTMMA a little while ago, where it was like a 5 minute Muay Thai round and a 5 minute MMA round,
Mm.
and little things like that. But yeah, I don't know. That's probably it. But field rage was pretty bad.
Yeah. We've already spoken a little bit about Daniel Skvor's kind of striking background and stuff.
Mm.
One of the things that stood out to me when I looked through both of your guys' records is obviously the first thing that jumps out is just the numbers next to your guys' names, because I think he's 5-2 in MMA.
Mm.
You had that many fights in 2009, which
Yeah.
is
Well, this is the thing, and I'm not gonna champion a cause against Tapology or Sherdog
okay.
or whatever. But like even then, I'm missing about 10 wins from the record, and then a couple losses that I'm not fighting too hard to put on. And even then, some of the fights that I have lost on there shouldn't, in my opinion, be on there. Because they're not really like, what do you define as pro MMA? And certain
Right.
shows, certain records now aren't keeping custom rules fights on. So
Mm.
for example, I fought a fight last year where it was the first round was no subs. Oh shit, maybe I should have mentioned that. So the first round was no subs, soccer kicks, downward elbows, a 10-minute round, and then the second round was subs allowed, but no soccer kicks and whatever else. But it was on Sparta Fight Nights that was the show. But that's on my record, but it doesn't count to my record. You know what I
Right.
mean? Because it's a custom rules match. But I have a couple fights on there that were technically under pancrase rules that were in France at the time. So there's no ground and pound, whatever. Is that an MMA fight? Like that shouldn't count. If that win isn't going to count, why is that loss going to count?
Yeah.
But again, I'm gonna try not to complain. So sorry about rambling like that. But yeah, I don't know. In regards to the records, like he obviously fought on Glory for a long time. So as much as he's had 6, 7 MMA fights, he's had 100 uh, kickboxing matches and whatever. So it makes sense.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, what he offers is good. He's dangerous at what he does. But again, it's I have more experience in this, and it depends on who can take the fight where, I guess.
Mm. One of the things I saw that Oktagon posted about you the other day, which I didn't actually realize before, um, I kind of don't want to mention names because I'd rather you tell me the stories behind it. But it was about you training with celebrities in order to
Mm.
get them ready for certain movie roles,
Hmm.
which is just I was literally just scrolling through and I was like, wait a minute, I'm just going to note that down because
Mm.
I want to know the story of how, when, why,
Mm.
like how did that all happen?
Like it's not crazy. Like I've been reasonably lucky getting around, and like coincidentally, the gym I was coaching at the time was local to some of these guys.
Mm.
Tom Hardy's the most famous one, I suppose. He's local to the gym I was at, and he came in, and that was kind of it. He wanted help, so he started with private training, and it was broken up between me and a couple other guys, and that's kind of it. And in my opinion, it was, as much as it's to prepare for a movie or whatever, it's not. It's just that gets it paid for them, even though guys don't necessarily need the
Right.
money to be paid. But yeah, it's like, oh, the Sony will pay for it, and it's for movie prep. But
Mm.
um, but yeah, like I said, I've been pretty lucky with being able to train some guys, and I suck at using the advertisement because, like I said, nobody fucking knows I did it. But yeah, I've been pretty lucky. Like I said, it's just been being around so long and being everywhere, and if the opportunity comes up, I'll coach whoever.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you mentioned Tom Hardy there, and it's become like it feels like every single time I load up social media, it's a new news site being like, look at Tom Hardy competing in jiu-jitsu. How
Mm,
crazy. Like it's become such a thing now where like if he's seen in a gi, it becomes a news story. Like
mm,
I don't really I get it. I got it when it first happened, and now it's like I get it. He does jiu-jitsu.
yeah,
Like I don't know if we need
yeah.
to
Well,
talk about it all the time, but good
it's
for the
it's a
sport,
weird
I
one.
suppose.
Yeah, for sure. And jiu-jitsu guys are nerds, and any mainstream help is always going to be like, Demi Lovato was pictured in a gi one time, so she's like, who the fuck is Demi Lovato? And every random other guy does a jiu-jitsu class, and yeah, it's cool. But and then Tom's legit. Like there's a difference between guys who pop in or trying to use that as some advertising for themselves, and but he's not one of those guys, and it's what it is.
Yeah.
But
So I'm that is the end of my questions. I literally just want to end
mhm,
it by saying that I'm very excited for this fight. I am gutted that you didn't get a response because I think that would have been a lot of fun. But I love Octagon events to me are like they get crazy sometimes. Like the
mhm.
entertainment value is way up there for this kind of for MMA events as a whole. So I feel like it's a perfect fit. It would have been nice if he had replied. Didn't get that. I'm sure the fight will still deliver though.
Yeah, it's tough. Like you might know, you're young, you're in the scene, but like, would it be too much if I just keep spamming videos to the guy? Like, at what point is it just a beg? It's like, please acknowledge me. Like I don't know, but hopefully Octagon see that. Hopefully they see that I'm willing to play. That I'm willing to play ball. I want to bring eyes to it. I want to bring attention to it. And that's it. And at the end of the day, if someone who wants to play the game with me, like we can do it. I can do videos every other day. But yeah, Octagon's awesome. You see the production of their show and stuff. So I just want to, I want to put something back in.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for your time, mate, and all the best
Nah,
for the
man. Thank
fight.
you, bro.
All right,
Appreciate it,
cheers,
man.
mate.
Thank you.
Have a good rest of your day.